Some people count from 1 to infinity carelessly. We can't count to 4 unless first is in its proper place. We can't count to 4 unless first is in its proper place. Because if you want to know and understand any number, its own origins and its beginnings, you have to trace. And that origin, i.e. number 1, it has to be perfect. That origin, number 1, it has to be perfect. You can't have number 1 back to 4, it's knowledge retrace. You can't have number 1 back to 4, it's knowledge retrace. And if number 4's value tends to outweigh number 1's, if number 4's value tends to outweigh number 1's, then it can't be 4th. And number 1, it will displace. Therefore, he who believes Ali should be number 1. Therefore, he who believes Ali should be number 1. Send on Muhammad and his progeny. Blessings and grace. يعني صلي على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. يا علي. سانتا. السلام عليكم جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. عليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
I send my condolences to you and to the Imam of our time on the anniversary of the martyrdom of Imam Ja'far ibn Muhammad Sadiq.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
As the student falls in love with the teacher, as the student falls in love with his teacher, know we are proud to be students of Ja'far. As the student falls in love with his teacher, know we are proud to be students of Ja'far. From his knowledge comes our courage. This is the intellect breathed into Medina. This is the intellect breathed into Medina. This is the pearl given to Farwa. In his blood flows the courage, valor of Hyderi. In his blood flows the courage, valor of Hyderi. And his tongue spoke the sword of the hero of Badr. If Ali's sword took Muhammad's pen and wrote, if Ali's sword took Muhammad's pen and wrote, to each battle, Ja'far's school it would have brought. If Ali's sword took Muhammad's pen and taught, to each battle, Ja'far's school it would have taught. From this image comes our courage. Imagine a teacher, God's words inherited. Imagine a teacher, God's words inherited, and spread these words far and wide despite all hatred. Imagine a teacher, God's words inherited, and spread these words far and wide despite all hatred, and with holy ink a grand canvas he painted. And with holy ink a grand canvas he painted, till a better world for all of us he crafted. What do you expect? What do you expect when his mother is a rose and a lion's heart for her husband she chose? From this lineage comes our courage. This teacher, to a father he can be likened. This teacher, to a father he can be likened when he enlightened a student's soul once blackened. This teacher, Imam Sadiq, to a father he can be likened when he enlightened a student's soul once blackened. He welded the student's mind to be well-reasoned. He welded the student's mind to be well-reasoned, yet how did it reason with its beloved poison? How did the mind reason with its beloved poison? How does the orphan not weep upon his father? How does the orphan not weep upon his father? How does the eye weep upon wisdom's murder? With this voyage comes our courage. He who attacks our beliefs and with confidence. He who attacks our beliefs and with confidence, know Imam Sadiq breathed into our world conscience. Know that Imam Sadiq breathed into our world conscience. He taught Jabir ibn Hayyan of his science. He taught Jabir ibn Hayyan of his science and the 4 Sunni Imams of jurisprudence. He taught men who come to him. He taught men who come to him from far and wide. Who knows how far his knowledge spread? With the tide, with pride, vintage comes our courage. He who hates us for placing ourselves in this sect. He who hates us for placing ourselves in this sect. Know we have seen our religion as perfect. Know we, the Shia, have seen our religion as perfect. We analyze every lesson and we reflect. We analyze every lesson and we reflect. What separates us from them is intellect. What separates us from them is intellect. For with this school we are free to think and learn. With this school, we are free to think and learn with open minds. We've searched and found religion. From this message comes our courage. I was blessed to learn in this school a minor student. I was blessed to learn in this school a minor student. To be called a Shia makes life worth each precious moment. To be called a Shia makes life worth each precious moment. Imam Sadiq had paved the way for this movement, and we are swept away with his undying current. Truly in this Quranic verse, wisdom lies. You must show, truly in this Quranic verse, wisdom lives. You must show love toward my near relatives. From this passage comes our courage. It is we who preserve the faith of Muhammad. It is we who preserve the faith of Muhammad. On one side, through his teachings, Ja'far refrained. On one side, through his teachings, Ja'far refrained. The other raised upon a spear a severed head. The other raised upon a spear a severed head. Hussein as on Karbala's dust his body bled. It is us who preserve the faith of Muhammad. On one side, through his teachings, Ja'far refrained. The other raised upon a spear a severed head. Hussein as on Karbala's dust his body bled. Al-Hussein as on Karbala's dust his body bled. It is us through our endless cries and wails. It is us through our endless cries and wails have to Islam's true teachings left blood trails. From this damage comes our courage. From this damage comes our courage. Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.